sure you survived this.
Where are you going?
Like a doozy, here's evil!
Freeze Lancer! I can't heal you forever!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Here goes!
I can carve through armor. Elusive beam.
Look sharp!
Double beam. Shockwave strike. On your
Look sharp!
Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
no place here. Make it way. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclone. Did it.
Yeah! Nice technique!
I'm ready. Go.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
What's that big tower over there?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Better get everything ready for tomorrow. Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
This flavor. Why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is. Not this way, I guess.
Like this should be easy.
It would appear I attract too much attention.
Going in. Tiger Wildlife. I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Oh no, by the power of water! Rising spell! Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still? Seal, can you take care of them?
No sooner said,
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
On your
Going in.
didn't mean to say that.
Blow them away!
Here I go. This one's mine.
Eternal devastation! Double Phoenix Bang!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes, you meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shion has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now. But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye'm, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye'm! Liberator Deadeye'm! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye'm said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I sense a...
I get the feeling Deadheim signed up to be a rebel so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadheim, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference. I propose we speak to them.
Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and...
Oh yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes. What?
What?
I don't believe this.
All right?
No.
Sure.
Really now?
What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet,
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
what do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Discourteous, aren't you?
Double Demon Fang!
In a bind?
Shockwave Strike! I'm gone!
Lunar
Double Demon Fang!
Look shot! Power of water!
I'm not done!
Gemini Aqua!
No escape!
Tiger Blade!
I can carve through armor!
By the power of water!
Prepare to be sealed.
Do it!
Actually,
This one's got your name on it!
ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Take this! Eternal Devastation! Eternal Devastation!
I'm gone!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Rotating pile
Double
Demon
Demon
Meteor!
Cow!
What?
Eternal Devastation!
I'm going in!
Crush! Shockwave Strike! Infernal Torrent!
This one's mine!
Double Demon Fang! We did my take this!
Go!
Here I
I'm
come!
only getting started! Constantine!
Make it rain! Hurricane! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Maybe something's going on in the forest. I think Hodel senses something.
Why didn't the Renin...
Get lost!
Take this! Double powered up! All mine! Ignite!
Elusive deity!
Shockwave Blast!
Skill reflexes will not serve you well here.
Make it rain! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz. Allow me to help you. Perfect interplay of offense and defense.
I'll tear through anything in my way.
And I shall look forward to toasting our victory.
I've got you more
Can you take
defense via threat elimination.
The heavens must be smiling. Discourteous, aren't you?
Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine!
Burn! I'll face you! Hurricane Thrust! Rising Spell!
Airborne beast! My
Shockwave Damn it!
This one's
Infernal
mine!
Torrent! We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle! Art Steel!
All yours!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Double Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear!
Eternal
Here's the
Devastation!
ball!
This one's all mine!
Freeze Lancer! Going in!
Lunar Rondo! Hurricane Thrust!
Tiger Blade! Only getting do it!
Here I
I'm
come!
ready.
Follow me! In an instant! Impact Block! Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great! That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Out of our way!
Lunar Rondo! Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine! Where are you
Don't
going?
worry, I've got plenty to go around.
Double Demon Fang!
Shockwave Blade!
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Armor won't save you! In a bind?
Do it!
Not a
Going in!
chance!
Do it!
Come on! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Step back! This one's all law!
Out of my way!
Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt!
Radiant
Shockwave
ready! Time to shine! Not on time! These ones can run rings around us!
Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Blast! Come one, come on! Double Demon Fang!
This one's mine! On guard!
Take this! You're finished!
Prepare to be seized. Actually, perhaps drowned is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing! This one was mine! Where are you going?
Eternal Showtime! Double
Tiger Blade!
I'm ready!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
My turn!
Not by a long shot! Denied!
Infernal Torrent! Double Demon Fang!
Look sharp!
Double Demon Fang! Going in. We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet and...
Skills in top form, art's working like a charm. Ha!
Someone seems rather pleased with herself.
Did you hear all of that?
What a rush.
Get lost!
Rising Falcon!
Thank you.
Infernal Torment!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Infernal Devastation! Shockwave Thrust Lightning!
Here's evil!
Blind freak!
Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Peter! Too fast!
Stand back. Slip it up.
Armor won't save you!
Now I can let loose.
This one's mine. One more. Tiger Blade. Make it ready.
In an instant.
Impact Claw!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
This one's mine. I never miss.
Resonate with the earth.
Here's evil.
Eternal Devastation!
Green Lantern.
Take this! Triple Demon
This
Fang!
one's mine. Go. You're mine.
Elusive Gear.
Here goes.
You're
Time to
fast!
shine. Magna Ray. Lightning.
Blinding
Healing. Flame of
Double
Fury.
Demon Fang! Eternal
Make it ready.
Devastation!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone. Barely a blip on our radar.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Right, here goes! It's on! Eternal Devastation! Eternal Devastation! Shockwave Thrust!
It can hide itself?
Tiger
That's
Blade.
amazing!
You want me? Come get me.
Take this.
You have to hold on.
Double Demon Fang!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you back from
Double
death.
Demon Fang!
That's it.
Ignite!
My pride is my mind.
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right. Can you take it?
Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready.
Here,
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready to go.
Behold, the Earth pulse. Tectonic vision.
I'll bring you back from Dex Abyss. This one's mine. Tiger Blade.
Here! Eternal Devastation! Crush! Double Demon Fang!
On
Guardian
your
Field. I don't have much left. Where are you going?
You're helping me.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
On guard.
Igneous discharge!
In a bind?
This one's all mine!
Not today!
Take this! Tiger Ray!
Try this!
Negative gate!
Ready to go! Armor won't save you! Igneous discharge! Mega Ray! Going in!
Double Demon Fang!
Denied!
Starting Light Spear!
Going in!
What in the world?
Dohalim!
I'm alright. I'm still standing.
One more!
Severing Wind! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! This one's all mine! Tear! Not today!
I must remember my
Take
limits.
this! Shockwave Slap!
I'm expert! Tear!
Hurricane Thrust! You'll pay for that!
Negative hit! Resonate with the earth!
Forgive me.
Ready to go.
Double Demon Fang!
Hey, one at a time.
Double Demon Fang!
I never miss. I'm all stocked up. Tempest,
I'm gonna need more of that.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Ready to go! Far enough!
Heal!
No more Miss Nice Girl.
Resonate with the earth!
Lightning Radiant Ray. Radiant Heal. I'll heal you all. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar. Dance in the wind.
Here, let me help!
Air
First
Drop.
aid.
Lightning Condemn.
Now you see what I can do!
I'm out! Back into the fray!
Take this!
Confiscated.
You can't get out of this!
Here. Thunder Field. Dance in the wind. Lunar Corruption.
It's in your hands now.
Glimmer Dragon! That freaking does it! Here!
Night
playing
Supernova. Excited.
Dragon Shell!
Now.
Shion!
Get toasty.
Burn Strike!
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
That treasure. What a sweet sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
choice.
I'm ready!
Everlasting darkness.
On guard. Denied. Negative gate. Double demon fang.
Here I go!
Clear.
It's over!
Soaring right
Tiger
spear.
Blade! Here I go! I'm
Sharp
over
like
this
flash.
This one's mine!
Double demon fang.
Glacial Spear! I
Like
never
moth
miss!
the flame. Resonate with the earth.
Wind! Tiger Blade!
It's on.
Lunar Corruption!
Lunar Rondo.
Bring
it, sisters.
You hold on! Tiger Blade!
Negative gate.
Resonate
with the earth.
Undone!
It's in your
Lunar
hands now.
Corruption! I'm all stuffed up!
Going in.
Annihilation!
Eat this. What's up? Take this.
Tiger Blade! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Talon sword.
Freeze
What's
Lancer!
up?
Dance to the
Go
wind!
dance. I'll finish you here and now.
Do it!
Freeze. Demon descend. Flashing fang.
With my comrades, I'm unstoppable.
And what about without them?
More stoppable? Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Firemaster core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Firemaster Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. This came out so good, I almost hate having to eat it.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen, what's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be. Not my lucky day, I guess.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Okay, change of plans. All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
I've got something. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
Ha! I've got a good feeling about this one. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
I'll do my best! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! On your Nothing gets by me!
Careful!
Denied!
It has some kind of camouflage!
Win! Going in! Hurricane! Take that! Hurricane Thrust!
I don't know if you can handle this.
Flaming meteor! Burn! Shockwave Strike! Now you see what I can do! Shockwave Strike!
I've taken too much damage!
Hurricane Thrust!
Healing circle!
Thanks!
Why'd you do it?
To stop you dying? I'm only getting lightning!
Hurricane Thrust!
Confiscated!
Take it!
Not feeling so hot.
Take it easy! Don't hurt yourself!
Sorry, didn't mean to make you worry.
Hey, now see that you don't get in trouble again.
This one's mine! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Win! Hurricane Thrust! One more! Hurricane Thrust!
Piercing shot! Feel!
Shattering pieces!
Will this help?
Not today! I'll smash you! Shockwave Strike! Infernal Torrent! Far enough! Double Ring! Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
Going in.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop
Double
it!
Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm gone!
Here's a healing
Double
arc.
Demon Fang!
I never miss! Tiger Blade!
Win!
Raging
Hurricane
Cascade!
Attack!
Can't move!
In a bind! I'll turn you back from death
All
with
right,
this!
let me at him!
Lightning Orb! I'll heal you all! Alright!
Going in.
Showtime!
Win!
Healing circle!
Okay, here I go!
Recover!
Look
Back into the front!
Anything in armor is all this!
Resuscitation! I'll heal you all! That's gonna suck. Here's a healing arc! First aid!
All right.
Raging
Double
Storm!
Wing! Hurricane Thrust! This was all mine!
Time to
Soaring
shine!
Light Spear!
I let my guard down.
Stay away from my friends! Shockwave Strike!
I can't heal you forever!
Not today!
Feel!
Here I come!
This one is mine!
Soaring Light Spear!
Take this!
Hurricane Thrust! Tiger Blade! It's too much!
Can't get out of this!
Light up the dark! Demon Hand!
Mega Ray, this one's mine!
Twin!
You'll never fit! Here's a hero! Raging Cascade!
Nothing gets
In
by
here!
me. Far enough! Double
Now.
Demon Fang! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Ray!
We can really make weapons with this?
No choice. With Severing Wind! Soaring Light Spear! Hurricane Thrust!
Lunar Meteor! By the power of water!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Double Demon Fang! Burn!
Another incantation ruined.
Smash you!
On your
This one's mine!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Resonate with the earth! Soaring Light Spear!
Lunar Corruption!
This one's mine!
Not on my water!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flares of Malisa!
You're mine! You're finished!
Time to elusive deity! I don't have much left!
Severing Wind!
It's too much.
This is it!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
That did it!
I'm far enough!
Double Demon Fang!
Rage.
Gemini Aqua!
On your knees!
This one's mine!
It's showtime! Armor won't save you! I'll grind you into dust! Double Demon Fang! Severing Wind!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! By the power of water!
Double Demon Fang!
I never miss!
Double Demon Fang!
Here I go!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm expert! Come and
Look
get
out!
it!
Quick Flash!
Wind going in!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Not in your dreams!
Tear!
Is there no way out?
Double Demon Fang!
Now or never.
Take this!
Raging
Double
storm!
You pay for that!
Flame of fury! Go get him!
Now you see what I can do!
Sometimes lightning condemn! Thunderblade!
Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation! Mega ray!
Double Demon Fang! It's on! Eat dirt! Double Demon Fang! Severing Wind! Hurricane Thrust!
Fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear!
No! Can't end here!
Freeze Lancer! Radiant storm! Radiant spear! Astral energy! Just do what I say! Searing flame!
Now or never.
I'm out watching!
What the?
I couldn't make it in time.
Dragon Pile Driver! Tornado Drive! Ready and ready! Talon Storm! Now you see what I can do! I'm just getting started! Negative Gate! Eagle Assault! Almost! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! On your knees! Air pressure!
This is so
Should have met
That's what the doctor ordered!
Dragon Shout! Eagle Assault! Talon Storm!
Tempest!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Ridwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
My concentration is dwindling. Perhaps I'm tired.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, guys. Ready to go?
I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this?
Hey, it's that ingredient.
Yeah, the one for that recipe.
You always have an eye for food.
Here goes! Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flash!
Flaming Meteor!
Throw Torrent!
Elusive Deity!
Demon Fang! Take this! You're finished!
Right here! I got you!
Shockwave Flash!
This one's mine!
Hurricane Thrust!
This one's
Soaring
mine!
Light Spear!
Elusive Deity!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
This one's mine!
Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
You're finished! Wind! Lunar Logo!
Begin!
Take this!
I never miss!
Tiger Flame!
This is it!
Double Demon Fang!
This one's mine!
Reload!
Going in!
Thank goodness we won!
No choice!
Resonate with
Soaring
the
Light Spear!
On your
Take this!
Here it's flame! Reload!
Megasonic Thrust! Here!
Here I
It's over!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Shockwave Flash! Megasonic Thrust! Double Demon Fang!
Seismic Rupture!
Double Demon Fang! You're mine! It's over!
Pile Driver!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Shockwave Flash! Here! Megasonic Thrust! Here! Megasonic Thrust!
You're stronger than any Renan soldier I've ever met.
They don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed. So I see.
This one's mine! Plasmite! One more!
I feel sprightlier than before.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Megasonic Thrust!
Stalagmite!
Double Demon Fang!
Will this help?
I never miss!
Tiger Blade!
Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Flash!
Let me help!
Got fires!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! I'm not done!
This one's mine!
Shockwave Flash!
Do it!
Prepare to be sealed. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
I'm
only getting started! Piercing Rock!
Take this! Double
Do it!
Demon Fang!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Radiant light!
Double Demon Fang!
Going in!
It's over! Shockwave
Pile
Flash!
Driver! Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You were practically a blur.
Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team.
Coming through.
Here! Double Demon Fang!
This one's
Don't mind
mine!
if I do!
Shockwave Flash! Try this! Inferno Torrent! Double Demon Fang! Here!
I'm free! Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
A thrilling performance.
Smash you! Hitting Pile Driver!
Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
Can you take
This one's mine! I'm ready! Hey!
Blow them away! Now! Double... You're mine! Shockwave Flash! Try this!
Going in!
Inferno Torrent! Here! You're
By
finished!
the power of war!
Make your break!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Seems about right to me.
Gotta break through!
You wanna play? Then come at me!
Hear me!
This one's mine!
Double
When we're dead, Dohalim,
Then tonight's meal is on you.
you got it. What's to make?
This can't get out of this! Make it rain! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Did it! Yeah! Nice technique! It's over! Soaring Light Spear! Tiger Blade! This one's mine! Take this!
Nicely done, Shion.
You're flat. Step it up.
Yeah, you got it.
Air pressure!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
I think Hoodle senses something.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if
I
you
shall
need
ensure
healing.
you survive this.
Denied! I can carve through armor!
Healing circle!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me! Shockwave Slash! Shockwave Slash! Tiger Blade! Catapult! Here! By the power of Golden Demon Fang! One more!
Mega Ray!
Tiger Blade!
This one's mine!
Let's see about the Ringwell!
Frozen!
Hammer! Not a chance! Double Demon Fang!
Lunar Collection!
Tiger Blade! Shockwave Flight! Catapult!
Can't get out of this!
Double Dip! Double Demon Fang! One more!
Mega Ray!
Megasonic Thrust!
Gemini
Double
Alpha!
Demon Fang! Look sharp! Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Here!
So I still had room to grow.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Out of our way!
Megasonic Thrust! Shockwave Thrust! Try this!
Lunar Collection!
Pierce!
By the power of one!
Megasonic Thrust!
Mega Ray! It's like trying to get us to the wall!
You're finished! Pierce!
Here! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Double Demon Fang! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it out.
Shockwave Slash! You're mine! Pierce! Shockwave Slash! Begin! Double Demon Fang!
This one's mine!
A thrilling performance.
It's over!
One more! Freeze Blade! Tiger Blade!
Pierce!
Flaming Meteor!
I
Annihilation!
can't lay a finger on you.
I prefer
What about you?
Just watch and see.
Going in! First aid!
Now I can let loose.
Opted for an intricately crafted weapon as usual.
It is beautiful in both function and form.
You're gonna hate when it gets scratched.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Coming through!
Soaring Light Spear!
Hurricane Thrust!
Double Demon Fang! Eat them!
Right here! I got you!
Leave the agile ones to me.
Mega Ray! Tiger Blade!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps found is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Strike!
You're mine!
Double Demon Fang!
Far enough!
Shockwave Strike!
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can. The enemy will come too.
You'll soon see about that.
Ground and pound!
I'll heal you all.
Double Demon Fang! Shockwave Strike!
Healing circle!
Infernal Torrent!
Elusive deity! And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by making the front line.
Astral energy.
Say no more!
That's a pretty fancy skill there.
All the better to protect you with, my dear.
Then I'll leave the front line to you.
Guess I misread the landing.
Anything in armor is all mine. This one's mine.
Soaring Light Spear! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
One
Here I
more.
come!
This one's
Double
mine.
Demon Fang!
Light.
I'm not done! Mega Thunder!
Flying free. Get me target still.
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Here! You're
This
finished!
one's mine. Mega
Take
Ray.
this!
Tiger
You're
Blood.
finished! Hurricane Thrust!
Ready.
Lunar Rondo! Hurricane Thrust!
Resonate with you. The last one.
Here I come!
This one's mine.
Hurricane Thrust!
I can feel my precision improving.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Get behind me.
This one's all mine!
This one's mine.
Eat this!
Look sharp. Take this.
I'm only getting still.
Try this.
Reload.
Infernal Torrent! Got fire!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Double Demon Fang! All yours!
Make it rain.
All yours, Kisara.
We did it.
Magnificently done.
Denied. I'll blind you with it.
Hurricane Thrust!
Flare tornado.
You're mine! You're finished! Double Demon
Do
Fang!
it. Begin. Shion.
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble. Elusive deity.
You're mine!
Rotating pile driver.
Double Demon Fang! I've still got a ways to go!
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
In a bind?
Going in.
Double Demon Fang!
A debut for foot.
Lunar Rondo!
Time to shine.
If it cools up, time to get out of the way.
It's here. Will this come gone?
Not today!
All back in your defenses.
Glad you have your uses.
I'll stop show you how you
Thanks, Kisara.
You're mine!
This armor won't save you! Seismic Rapture! Come one, come all! Take it! Resonate with the earth! Magmite!
Megasonic Thrust! Here I come!
Here's evil!
Shockwave Blast! Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Tiger Blade! Captivity!
Shockwave Blast!
So that's how a lord fights.
I don't perform as well when I'm observed.
I'm going to pretend I didn't.
Make it rain!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Double Demon Fang!
Not by a long
Never
shot!
fit.
Double Demon Fang!
Captivity!
Shockwave Blast! Right this! This one's all mine!
Far enough!
Here I
Can't
come!
get out of this!
Here goes!
By the power of water! Smash you! Dance on the
What
wind!
is your dream?
Easter!
Going in!
Shockwave Blast! Right this!
I'll stop your movement! And I'll stop your life!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky. There's something in the water.
All right. Dagnabbit, it got away. There we go. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Reel it in. That's not a fish I see often.
I don't recognize that fish. Is it okay to eat?
There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Guess I'll polish up my sword. Make sure to get some good rest. All right, guys. Ready to go?
I think it's safe to rest here now.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them. No choice! Double Demon Fang! No escape!
Here I go!
Double Demon Fang! Chocolate Flash! Got fired!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Freeze Lancer! Mine!
Here I come! Double
Armor won't save you!
Chocolate Flash! Double Demon Fang! I'm knocked up! Double Kick
Stronger than any Renan soldier I've ever met.
You
They
picked
don't
the
just
wrong
let
fight!
anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed.
So
I see.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'm ready for the next battle.
opponent like this should be easy.
Dragon Swarm!
Going in. Mega Ray! By the power of
Blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Prepare to be sealed.
Can you take care of them?
No sooner
Actually,
said than done.
perhaps time is more appropriate.
Let's talk in more doing.
I owe you one.
You're helping me to become a pattern.
For the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Destruction! Be still! Tear! Be still!
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No complaints here!
You're mine!
Where are you going?
It's over!
Not in your dreams.
I'll smash you!
Destruction! This one's all mine! Destruction! Destruction!
I'm only getting started.
Dazzle!
Lunar Blast!
Time to
You're
shine!
finished! Burn!
Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
This could be useful.
Get lost!
Dragon Swarm! Explosive Ring!
Dance on the wind!
Thanks! Lightning Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon!
Here's a healing art!
Take this!
Shattering the pieces! Attack time! Mine! Raiding Pile Driver!
Destruction! Crush!
Tiger
Dragon
Blade!
Swarm!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And probably
Healing circle!
Dragon Swarm! Thanks!
This one's mine!
denied!
Where are you going?
Crush! Dazzle!
Back into the fray!
Rising Falcon!
I'm ready.
Lunar Rondo!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done. On your
Be
knees.
still!
Blade!
Rising Falcon! It's time!
I'm ready.
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Coming through.
You wanna play? Come at me!
Try this!
This one's mine!
Explosive Ring!
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm! Dazzle!
Don't mind if I do!
Lunar Rondo!
On guard!
Rising Falcon!
Astral Arts.
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Dragon Swarm!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! How about this?
You're mine!
Take this.
Be still!
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training.
That's what I like to hear.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement! And I'll stop your life!
Spirit Flame!
Take this!
We managed to pull through.
We should be able to cook here.
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves no matter what. That turned out good, if I do say so myself.
Hey, what's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn. What the hell is going on?
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not to breathe it in as much as you can manage.
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is.
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too. Oh, crap. The spice is burned. Well, at least the meat's coming along nicely. All right. Now I just flip it over, and then...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
Oh, Shion. Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
You should get some shut-eye. Well, off we go.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her den and bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.